Kurumi gives Big Junko a king-size candy bar, which to Big Junko is like a candy bar mini. If that, it's like a Hershey's Kiss. If that, I guess in comparison to a king-size candy bar, maybe it is a Hershey's Kiss. But I still feel like that's a little too, it's like a chocolate coin, but like a penny. That's what we found our answer. This is our solution. Are y'all ready? I bet you're ready. I hope you're ready, because if you're not, good day, good peeps, another fine day in the year of the Radiance Toon Link. I almost said in the year of the Toon Link. Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalocaris. Bravo. Should we put our, yeah, put your ones up, even Paimon. Because, today, we're doing some sports climbing in the, wait for it, Dangan-lympic Hunger Games. There's something that I thought I was supposed to mention at the head of this. No, I think I'm wrong. I was just thinking about what question I wanted to ask you guys today that we talked about, recently. But in the, you're about to find out a whole bunch of shenanigans. First of all, sports climbing. It is essentially rock climbing, but, you know, fancier, Olympic style. We got a whole bunch of teams here. We have some champions here. We have potential chaos reigning here. Let's see if these things all unfold. Let's see if these things happen, starting with Big Gremlin Energy is here. Couples Counseling, Bottomless Pit, Magic and Science, Snapshot, and Waltz of the Roses, Iris and Romaz. Team Hamtaro joins the fray, as well as Father Knows Jess, Blank Canvas, your tag team Agents of Chaos, and your OC tag team champions. They stole it from that division. Anything for her, Yakuza 3, True Gentleman, and Close Inspection. Espionage starts off Team Monosuke with Espionage, yes. Fashion Fraud, Country Roads Take Me Home, Lasting Shot, Magic Carpet Ride, and Undermine featuring Melody and Kino. Kid Rock starts off Team Monokid with Kid Rock. I've done it twice. Dinner Party's here featuring the Champion of Champions, one half of the co-champions rather, Kurumi. Our new tag team champions, Big Junko. You can see her title is right there. It's real small, but you can see it, I promise, if you look close enough. With Kizzy, old Kazuna is here, finally, after just not even, I think, a full year of competition, not even a full year of, like, being in the Hunger Games. Here she is, a championship, and we kind of all knew it was going to happen at some point because she had been so strong in these games. Time and Space, Boys Sleepover, Unfair Outcast, and now, nope, okay, alright, there we go. Forever Failures, as I failed a little bit just then. Tengi and Beta, that was not planned, but I sure transitioned into it well. Damnation starts off Team Monodam. With Swift Strikers, The Professionals, For Master Togami, Just Monica, Voiced, and Vogue. And lastly, we have Spoken Word starting off for Team Monokuma, and I want to point out specifically, Kazuha's here because, well, he's here because he helps us climb, he helps us explore, he's the best of them all. So when I ask you which person's gonna be here that's the best at climbing, it might not be Kazuha because he kind of cheats at climbing. Perfect Pitch, Where There's Smoke, there's a Mystery Lasagna. Human Studies, Go-Go, Baron Bunny featuring Aiko and the Ghost of Amber because she is dead, and Mind Rather Over Magic and featuring Rin, and here we go. We have teams here today. Also, some of you might be wondering what happened to Amber, why is she dead? Well, forget about that. If you want to find out, you're gonna have to watch Twitch AV series, his Genshin Nuzlocke. And if you know what a Nuzlocke is, I think you might put two and two together and figure out why it's the Ghost of Amber. And then you also have to wonder, the Ghost of Amber, how did the ghost get here? Did we have some sort of... so before we go there, though, y'all remember that one song from Danny Phantom that's like, Amber You Will Remember by Ember McLean? It's a bop. I'm gonna play it like an instrumental version over here. Amber, you will remember. I was thinking about it. I was like, what if it was Amber You Will Remember? Regardless, that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is something a little bit different, something a little bit more normal for this channel. Amber's dead. Sad. Who got her ghost? Well, I don't think there's anyone here qualified to carry a ghost to another realm, except maybe a death god. And so, that brings apart a very curious question. Do we know a death god? I think we do. So joining Shinigami and joining Estelle Bright, we now have the Ghost of Amber in the AV Mania 2 Trios match. It's been a long time coming, Amber. If only you could have competed in the AWE when you were still alive, but now you're a spooky ghost. What does that mean? Will the Racket of Psalm even be able to touch Amber? I don't know. We're gonna find out at AV Mania 2. Thank you. All right, it's gonna be a good show. We finally filled out that little trios match, except we still have 2 people to go on the men's trios match. Am I gonna announce somebody right now? No, I guess I'm gonna spin the wheel. All right, well, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Let me get this wheel out here. So we got. Should we start with our tag team Agents of Chaos since they're at like 5% again? Gosh. I suppose we should, because in 3, 2, 1. Yes. Here we are. Going far to save all that we love. If we give what we got, we'll make it through. However, what we're gonna make it through first and foremost is this wheel. Just 5%. I'm not gonna jinx it and say, well, it's hit at 5% very recently. We're just gonna spin it and see, oh my gosh, is it gonna hit or is it gonna not? Will it? No, we're good. Thankfully, we're good again. However, that's not the only wheel that we have to hit, because in 3, this one more notably might. Your Agents of Chaos turned OC champions may have to defend those OC championships, and they may have to do it right here, right now. Will they? No. Also, no. So, essentially a normal little episode we got going on here, but that is just fine by me. Also, we'll do this real quick. So I got these new this new headset because I just needed a new one. I think I told you guys about the volume wheel on my other one. Sometimes you would never hear it, but it would either go all the way down or it would go all the way up because the volume wheel was busted, and it was abysmal, and I hated it. So I got a new headset. And this one works fine. It's even got a little volume wheel. Real nice, up and down, real cute. It doesn't affect you guys at all. It affects me, like, because, you know, I don't want my ears blasted out at random points through the recordings, and this is very good, very good. That being said, make your comments first, second, and third. Make your picks, and then also tell me which of these teams do you think is the best at climbing together, like combined climbing. But I also ask you guys a question every Thursday, and it's been fun hearing some of your answers. Last week, as I bring up the comments, as the YouTube Studio app brings up the comments, there you go. I was very confused. I was like, you're taking your sweet time, YouTube. You're taking your sweet old time. I'm sorry, I uploaded something for Twitch AV. His most recent, I'm not changing that thumbnail. YouTube shows sometimes YouTube chooses really, like, good thumbnails. Y'all see it eventually. Let me get back on track. You guys, I asked you a question last week during the AV birthday special. Yeet. And here, that question was just essentially what's the best hour of the day? And a lot of you had some very kind ones, because it was like this time of day because that's when we upload, which is different times for a lot of you. For Sharmila, it was 3. It was, first of all, thank you also for so much rather for all the birthday wishes last week. It was very delightful. It was very kind of you. You didn't have to do it. You really didn't, but I appreciate it. I tremendously do. Y'all are all great. Y'all are fantastic. Y'all are the best in the world. And I acknowledge you. Unless you're Gentleman Thomas. Everyone else, those ones are for you. Ryan. Best hour today depends on the day. On an AWE Friday, then 6 o'clock. You'll like to see that. On a normal Thursday or Friday, 4:30. Any other day, 2 p.m. You guys like really dug deep into these questions, Joe. I like it when you give me the reasoning behind them. Matthew Glover with a 3 to 4, but also said, well, there's always next year for Avery's for Avery's favorite character. Oh my gosh. Sidekiller pointing out that at the final 2, Daruma's alive, Avy. Lamau. I totally didn't see it. But also said best hour 4 because that's when your uploads are neat. But Series 7 a.m. slaps a morning person. I didn't see a lot of morning answers, actually. Since I've voted up for an hour at that point, 6 o'clock. Well, I mean, I wake up yonder the same time-ish. June, with a nice chunk of like 10 to 11, which is a time that I kind of vibe with. Personally. Okay, well, I guess, you know, that's unfortunate. YouTube app was like, I won't click read more. There we go. Kuzu Soda, happy. I keep reading these happy birthdays. I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, I've already, like, embraced that y'all are great. 7 p.m. Because I'm going to a fair at that time tonight. Okay, neat. Very neat, depending on the day, but I hope you enjoyed your fair. Moon just says happy birthday, and you know what? We love that. We love that. Let's see. Natasha said favorite time of day depends on the week, because my favorite time aligns with new content for series I watch on TV. Generally, this is around 7 o'clock. I like that answer too. Because, you know, favorite TV stuff. I didn't even think about TV. I didn't even think about programming. Because I don't watch a whole bunch of TV. Thursdays and Fridays would be 3:30 because new Hunger Games content. So it varies by the day. And it's weird because I don't think any of the three of us, because I have these conversations Mondays, Tuesdays, with a couple of friends. I don't think any of us actually, like, gave it by, like, time or by, like, day. We were all just like, oh yeah, this is the best time of day it hits. We did do, like, maybe weekends it hits a little different, but nobody was like, these couple of days, this day. I think that's intriguing. That is very intriguing. I'm gonna save that because that's gonna be our spiciest comment. Opening off says, does Sai could beat Akane? One can only hope. One can only hope. Cherry Berry says, best hour, and that's not something I've given much thought to. I'd say midnight or 1 a.m. Everyone's asleep and I'm free to sulk around in the darkness. I did read this and I did get a chuckle out of this. And scavenge midnight snacks, gremlin energy. Big gremlin energy, for real. Dragon Force R says, this is the beginning of the legacy. And you also, Friday will read this, but I read those comments too sometimes. Incredible picking you did on Friday. Lady Psychic says, my top 3 hours, that's difficult to say. I would narrow it down to 4, 5, and 2. A lot of, like, midday people. And then, but also, 4 and 5 only apply to the summer months, because that's the time of day I go swimming. Also very neat. 2 is Let's Make a Deal, 2 p.m. Honestly, I do like that game show a lot. Let's Make a Deal is a lot of fun. It comes on way earlier for me, so I'm usually at work. Sometimes when I'm working at home, I'll have it on in the background. I was like, oh, that's fun. I do like Let's Make a Deal. That's a good one. Me, YouTube friend, Chosaika and Monica Butt. Is that a Gin? I think it's, yeah, that's a little Gin little icon. Like it. But our spiciest comment is, Grapes of Lies. I cheated in Monopoly, don't tell. I just told everybody. Thanks for the comments. Different question this time around. Won't be like, well, you know, it probably will be a lot of, I've never thought about that for you guys. So, we talked about flavors. And we talked about what flavors we would be. And it's like, I'm not even gonna, like, give you guys, like, a landscape of, like, what do I want you to think about in terms of the flavors. But, if you were a flavor, what would you be? And I know that goes to, like, what kind of flavors are we talking about? Are we talking about X? Are we talking about Y? Are we talking about Z? I want you to just take that at face value. Don't even listen to what I'm about to say yet. Stop right now. Stop it right now and give me your answer. What flavor would you best describe yourself as? Not what's your favorite flavor. What would you describe yourself as? Go ahead, write it down. I'm gonna give you like 3 seconds to pause it, and then I'm gonna tell you what's going on. So we all gave very vast answers. And that's why I really wanted to ask this one. I was like excited to ask this one, and this is why I don't want you to hear the answer first. I want you to answer it first, because one of us gave a flavor based on ice cream. I gave a flavor based on like candies, and someone else gave a flavor based on what was your answer? Because I said I'm a blue raspberry. I have an energy sometimes that shouldn't exist. And that's why I was like blue raspberry. One of my friends said that they're really like a vanilla bean. And then what did you say? Because it was a really interesting. Was it it was a condiment. Someone gave it like he said like a ketchup, and I was like, huh, interesting. And it was like a zingy. I was like, that's not a wrong answer, but it's not what I expected. So that's why I wanted to like get the answers before I got what we went into, because it was like we all went different paths, and I want to see where this goes with you guys. It's like a real nice thought experiment. Let's get into the episode because we've been taking a little while. Pablo, are you here? I can't have lost them both. Whatever's going on here, it's got something to do with this Void character. Ever since I put on that VR headset and had those visions, things have been amiss around here, especially with Asnir. Could that be a vision of what is to come? To what has already happened? Could it have happened to Asnir? Could he have kidnapped Pablo? If that's what happened, that's what happened. Harm to Pablo is what caused the first AV mania. And I swear to you, if anyone has done anything to my sweet baby boy, oh so help. Oh wait, oh that's my bad. He was on the table over here. Whoops. That's on me. Let's roll this bad boy. How many times? Huh. Just one. I didn't know you were sitting. I should have. Look, I'm usually like looking right here. I don't usually turn my head this like 30 degrees this way. I would have seen him. I sure didn't have a beverage over here that I like to. I'm like, Oh, that's nice. So I had no focus on that's on me, you guys. But this one resimulation, that's not on me. That's on Pablo. Let's go ahead. Let's start this bad boy. One more thing, completely off topic. So I got this new headset. We've talked about that, right? What I don't think I mentioned is there's a button to check the battery percentage on here, and I'm not gonna push it right now, but I pushed it by accident. Let me tell you. Let me talk to you. Riddle me this. A voice screamed, not screamed in my ear, but whispered in my ear, "You have 70% battery left." And I was like, I didn't even know what this button did. But now I know, and I ain't never pressing it again. Let's proceed. Let's see how this one plays out. And as we start it all off, it is the bloodbath, and the tributes are standing at their podiums, and the horns they are sounding, so go ahead and do your thing. Thank you, Horn Bears. And thank you for acknowledging Paimon. Shall we? Kurumi runs away from the cornucopia. Rin finds a teleporter and teleports him to space. Yikes. Rin, I like you. Your creator is a fan of someone who's tremendously terrible, but I got no beef with you. What has happened to you is unfortunate. Hopefully you have better luck in the free-for-all. But your partner might also win, so good luck to you. Monica grabs a jar of fishing bait while Zenkichi gets the fishing gear. Seiko has been dealing and dallying on an essay due by the end of the episode. Now they have to work on it while also trying not to get killed, as Joker is beaten to death with a chair by Professor Layton. Mondo finds a vision in the cornucopia. Why would the Archons leave something like that here? Sayaka bashes Alice's head against a rock several times. Isamu sets off an explosive, killing Hiriko and Mew. Randy, remember when I said I hope your partner does well? Hiriko, that's my bad. Hiriko, that's on me. That's on me. That's my jinx. Melody and Chi-Chi compare the knives they found at the supplies. The doctor comes in with a spoon, gets laughed at. Kai enters the arena but changes his mind and immediately leaves. He's like, looks like I have to murder here. I believe I'll pass. Izuru snatches a pair of sais. Angie runs away from the cornucopia. Gonta forces Usami to start singing Please Give Me Wings. Tinko and Violet recognize each other. They're like, you! Faith in one another. They're trusting one another. Hajime severely injures Kanan but puts her out of her misery. Romaz tries to explain to Monokuma that there's been a mistake. A mistake, rather. He's not supposed to be here. Kizzy throws a knife into Mozu's head. You! This has become incredibly violent. Real fast. Real fast. Aiko shoots an arrow at Jin, but it misses and kills Pennyworth instead. The comment section bet all of their mana coins on Hook, so Hook better win. Monica runs away from the cornucopia and now sets off an explosive, killing Toko, Mahiru, and Iwai Mukuro. Runs away from the cornucopia. Yuta grabs a shovel and runs off. Kino runs away from the cornucopia. Mika refuses to believe that any of this is real. You're also a ghost. Sarah finds a cornucopia in the, a kazoo in the cornucopia, plays tremendously, but fails tremendously. Togami finds a pistol, killing Monotaro and Ranmaru with it. Akane gets down on one knee and proposes to Shiki. Before she can give an answer, Jin beheads Akane with a sword, leaving Shiki in a state of shock. The system! That's a very dangerous Gin that we're dealing with. Amber runs away from the cornucopia, she's a ghost. Queen finds a teleporter, teleports her right behind me. We can fight Queen. Yunjin runs away from the cornucopia. Tsumugi accidentally steps on a landmine. Sumori shoots an arrow into Yoimiya's head. Beta falls into a pit and dies. Which is honestly odd nowadays. Oftentimes people fall into the pit and somehow live. Unfortunate. Nahida runs away from the cornucopia. Takamichi kills Masaru with a sickle. Fuyuko is sick and tired of the reptiles, grabs a hat, grabs a net, joins Avi's animal control. Tinky gathers as much food as he possibly can. Nagisa and Iris agree to kill each other last. Crazy Oko finds a backpack full of cabin equipment. Katura enters the arena. Her memory is completely wiped. The sole thing she can remember is her name. Can't remember the repairman. Interesting. Rendell refuses to believe that any of this is real. Klee runs away from the cornucopia. Mika grabs as many weapons as possible in case a 1 was rolled today. Zhongli grabs a honey glazed ham, essentially in memory of Amber. Nakamaru runs away from the cornucopia. Monica and Fat Togami fight each other, but end up accidentally taking each other out. What has been this bloodbath? I mean, it is a bloodbath. Nagito runs away from the cornucopia. Queen sets off an explosive, killing Kazuha. Big Junko finds a canteen full of water. It's like a water drop for her. She's like, it's like a what is little droppers? I think it's just called a dropper. Anyway. Monodam runs away from the cornucopia. We lost quite a few, and that was just the bloodbath. Kuruma makes a tier list for all of the tributes at the start of day 1. Tsumori, S rank. Queen, A rank. You're dang right. Usami, C rank. Crazy Oko is F rank. And Hajime didn't even make the list. Aika wants to give me to give Donuts a chance. Who doesn't love donuts? Who doesn't? Nakamaru tells Nagisa to train his elbows. Nagisa trains their elbows. He gets too swole, knocks Nakamaru off the tree, taking him out. Aw, Mukuro. Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world famous, your new tag team champs. And feel the power. Virtual idols. Yes, it is. But Sarah and Nahida work together to toss Gonta's items in the lava. Tinko dies from thirst. Iris receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor. Romaz almost falls off the cliff, was able to earthbend his way to safety. Fair enough. Bullying a Melody, not cool, Klee. Who taught Klee how to bully? Who did it? Kaya. Nagito is exposed to Angie sensitivity, or probably not Kaya actually, causing him to become more emotional. Rendo and Katura toss Gen's items in the lava, now does now things. Nice. Tinky comes before Mika in this event. Monodam takes a sip of scolding hot tea, proves too much for him, spits out into Layton's face. GT asks for Fuiko's axolotl. Fuiko's very confused. The doctor, Big Junko, Isamu, and Maka swoop in a mystical lake hidden deep beneath the arena, whose mystical waters turn them all into chibi versions of themselves. It doesn't have to be useful magic, it doesn't, but it is sure cute, just in this one instance though. Shiki holds Seiko's head underwater. Seiko grabs her arm, pulls her into the lake with her. Both tributes are unable to take each other out, so they simply swim away. Monica uses her signature move to kill Queen Jin. Places a bomb next to a river to explode some fish. Togami wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Mondo sits down next to Togami and has a talk with him. Zenkichi dies from hunger. Yunjin, Takamichi, Sayaka, Mika, and Izuru look for other people to kill. Kizzy starts planting seedlings in her garden. The rating pistol rates Violet 13 points. Now hold on. That rating pistol, it's gotta be wrong. It's gotta be incorrect. Zhongli finds the remains of a Viking ship. Yuta makes a slingshot. Hook kills Kino while he's resting. Hook. How could ya? Two adorable homies in one event. You hate to see it. And Amber suddenly exclaims, Natsukamoto's for every reason in particular. We lost 27 at the start of this thing. Not quite half of the competition, but pretty darn close to it after this Claire de Lune 4. Ren, Joker, Alice, Hiriko, Mew, Kai, Kanon, Mozu, Pennyworth, Toko, Mahiru, Iwai, Monotaro, Ranmaru, Akane, Samugi, Yoimiya, Beta, Masaru, Monokid, Fat Togami, Kazuha, Nakamaru, Tenko, Queen, Zenkichi, and Kino, and... we still got... I have no idea. 49. Over twice the size of a standard size game. I mean, at this point, we might just want to do a slow scroll. But also take notice of the teams and their grander scape that are still in. Like, look at that. Team Monosuke has lost quite a few folks, which is par for the course. Is par for the course. We'll scroll down and see that everyone else has lost a couple, but like Team Monosuke, they're not having a good time. We will proceed though to Night 1. Queen is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Chi-Chi finds some kind of spell book and turns Sumori into an ice sculpture. Sumori dies a slow death as she melts by the roaring campfire. My gosh. Nagisa looks at the nighttime sky. Rendo and Zhongli get onto a balcony and watch the stars together. Big Junko stands outside of Karumi's camp with a candy pail. Karumi gives Big Junko a king-size candy bar, which to Big Junko is like a candy bar mini. If that, it's like a Hershey's Kiss. If that, I guess in comparison to a king-size candy bar, maybe it is a Hershey's Kiss. But I still feel like that's a little too, it's like a chocolate coin, but like a penny. That's what we found our answer. This is our solution. Mondo develops an irrational fear of the doctor after having a nightmare about him. Fuiko tries to sing himself to sleep. And riddle me this, because Yunjin, Klee, Kizzy, Crazy Yoko, Monica, Jin, Violet, Takamichi, Melody, Nagito, and Monica are forced to vote on which of them is a traitor, and then have that traitor be executed. Takamichi is voted as the traitor and is turned to dust. That's pretty good. But Takamichi's not good. He's actually dead. Nahida takes power. 247 million perish, including Mika. Yo, if Nahida kills Amber in this game, Angie wants Avi to give Hajime a chance. Now, hates Usami so strongly she created a squad against Usami. Mukura and Mika exercise underneath the stars. Togami and Roma steal from Hook's camp while she's asleep. Tengi. Monodam going to Instagram debate with Isamu, Katura, and Gen argue over what will happen first. Avi giving Waffles or Sayaka a chance. Probably Sayaka. Yeah. Layton, Sarah Izuru and Iris get together and form a rock band to build each other trust Seiko, and Sayaka decides to do trust falls in the very first instant. Seiko steps aside and lets Sayaka fall to the ground. I mean, that did make me smile. Under the cover of darkness, Amber spies on Aiko. Partner, why? You didn't have to do that. Y'all are working together. Maybe it's ghostly shenanigans going on in her brain. Avi thinks Yuta is from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yuta is from Pokemon Sword and Shield. What are y'all talking about? He's the shop owner that sells the clothing shop owner in the second town. He's there. I don't know what y'all are tripping if y'all don't think that Yuta's in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yeah. Shiki does a quick prayer to Atul before going to sleep for the night, and we have a majority vote. And it goes a little something like this. Zhongli, Nahida, Romas. Okay, Hook, Big Junko, Crazy Yoko, that all forced to play the majority game. Nahida received the most votes, was executed alongside Crazy Yoko. Nahida. Well, probably deserved, not gonna lie. As much as I do love Nahida. But I digress. Izuru, Now, and Shiki come up with a complicated escape plan. Jin, Mukuro, Mika, and Violet all swim in a mystical lake deep beneath the arena. Turn to chibi forms in themselves, they proceed to kill Yuta with cuteness. What a way to go. Gonta is working on an ad that will play in the next Dangan-lympic Hunger Games. Is probably based on bugs. Let Kizzy cook. That is our tag team champion. Nagisa is the best in the world. Gin and Kurumi insult each other relentlessly after getting into a bloody fight. The ultimate jinx, that's me. Comments on how our Aiko's doing. Rindo watches Aiko, accepts her fate, and walked right off of a cliff. That won't me, that was Aiko. Aiko could have survived. Nagito does a sick kickflip, fails a landing, falls flat on his face. Iris commits Sora. Layton detonates a landmine while trying to armband. Monica performs the Norian tradition of making Hajime close 5 minutes after they meet. Melody commits Sora as well. The doctor feels like there's a duck watching him. Yunjin constructs a shack. Klee has declared her support to the squad. This summons Pimp Kazuichi to stab Klee just like he did with Pablo. And to think a whole year later, they're on the same side. Angie stabs Usami with the sword, revives her until the witch ring burns her hand, rather. Usami runs off. Amber, Sarah, Seiko hold an intervention for my darts addiction. I didn't show up because I don't have one. I do not. Chi-Chi hangs up a mistletoe in the arena. Tinky practices his archery. Fuyiko hangs up missiles in the arena. Mondo bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Rest in peace to him. Isamu does a sick kickflip. Sick! Which sounds fitting for the skateboarding episode, which is coming soon. But it ain't today. Monodam and Monica play tic-tac-toe on an image of Queen's forehead. Katora falls into a fit but somehow lives. See? This one comes up more often. And Togami makes a Danganronpa rewrite where Sayaka is the protagonist, and we are down another 10. 39 remain after this Claire de Lune 4. Sumori, Takamichi, Mika, Nahida, Crazy Yoko, Yuta, Aiko, Layton, Klee, Mondo. Almost called that man's Mondo, damn. That's stuck in my mind now. I'm doomed forever for both of their names. We still got Hook, Violet, all of Matching in Science, and all of Waltz of the Roses for Team Monophony. For Team Monodam, no, Monotaro. We have Jin for Father Knows Jess, all of Blank Canvas. We have Yakuza 3's Fuyuhiko, and we have anything for her Mukuro, as well as all of Close Inspection for Team Monosuke. We are down to 3. They're really bad. Shiki, Hajime, and Melody. For Team Monokid, we have all of Dinner Party, all of Virtual Idols, all of Time and Space, Gin from Boys Sleepover, all of Unfair Outcast, and Tingy for Forever Failures. They're really good! Team Monodam has Monodam for Damnation, Swift Striker Sarah, The Professionals completely, and so are Team Just Monica, and one half of Voiced in Vogue, Mika. For Team Monokuma, we have Sayaka for Spoken Word, Yunjin for perfect pitch, Nagito for where there's smoke, human studies has a 0, Gogo, Baron Bunny, the ghost of Amber, and that is our cast. Once again, let's see how it plays as we go on night 2Cs. Hajime, Jin, and Fuyuko spent all night making a treehouse together. The end product isn't very good, but the important thing is that they worked on it together, right? Wrong. This is the Treehouse Judging Association, and your treehouse gets a 2 out of 10. Do better next time. Monodam. Receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Rindo, Nagisa, and Seiko play a game Monopoly. Rindo tosses loses all of his properties rather, and flips the game board over. Monica dies in her blue, which doesn't really work for the Black Eagles, but I think it might not be a terrible look. If we're like Marianne Blue, not a terrible look. Togami finds an etiquette, somehow breaks it in frustration. Tengi is getting a lot of therapy after the Hunger Games. The doctor ain't afraid of no ghosts. Sarah's actually fairly terrified by some ghosts. Shiki and Nagito, the rest of the event is not welcome in a school environment. Azuru's ultimate move is fully charged. Everyone else better look out. Big Junko asks Romaz to murder Amber, to which Romaz declines. Big Junko then offers Romaz a Scooby snack to murder. Amber's dead. That man doesn't do anything for a Scooby snack. Now, Gonta and Katura tell each other their pet peeves. Yunjin gets a hold of my soundboard and plays something absolutely glorious. Glorious! And Yunjin is what we in the Geo community would call absolutely glorious. We love our Geo out here. Mika and Queen steal weapons from Kurumi's camp while she's asleep. Isamu never wants to hear Megalovania ever again. Usami and Violet want cool nicknames similar to Ophelia Dusk and Odin Dark. Sayaka, Angie, Monica enter a scrum debate. With Melody, Kizzy, and Hook, they argue over what the best starter in Pokemon is. My guy. I'm sorry, Bravo, but my guy. You're up there, though. To build each other's trust, Gin and Mukuro decide to do trust falls in their very first instance. Gin steps aside and lets Mukuro fall to the ground. Zhongli goes to Level with Chi-Chi. Kotoko and Kotoka enter Iris to their long-lost twin, Kakoto. They're not even in this game. And they're like, but meet our twin. Day 3. Monica spends the whole day around and walking around in shoes made of Lego. She is transcended beyond humanity. Kurumi confides in Sayaka. Katura wants a nickname similar to sharpshooting steel-minded Big Sister Sarah. Hook's unknown sponsor is Sayaka. I'm not gonna like that. Hook, you've been playing a questionable game. Nagito asks Avi if he can be in the World Pancake Championship, and I say, well, I guess so. Why not? Do I have a pin? I sure do. I got this pin. It's been a while since I've seen this pin. It'll probably be gone by the end of the episode. Let's see, Nagito. Get in there. Yeah. Kita searches for all the AV clones that she hasn't met yet. Romaz, Zhongli, and Fuyuko band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. Pillars of lava shoot out of the ground of Shiki, and Yunjin duel to the death. Yunjin accidentally slips and falls to the ground as a pillar of lava erupts underneath her. Yunjin. Hate to see it. Mika. And beats Angie with a steel chair. The doctor and Nagisa split up to search for resources. Again, his unknown sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends. Tengi wakes up from a long nap, now breaks the fourth wall and compliments you in particular. Now says, I may be feeling chaotic, but you're looking chaotically great today. Okay now. Monodam trips on a comically placed banana peel and falls on his bottom. Violet cleans the kitchen with her new kitchen gun. Big Junko, Seiko, and Monica and Azuru join the Chad Septic Eye cult. I don't think that exists. Usami, Togami. Look for more people to become friends with. I'm sure Usami is just dragging Togami along, saying, hey, you need some more friends. Melody, Isamu, and Jin join the Adventurers Guild, and are assigned roles based on their stats. Melody is the Righteous Knight, Isamu the Wise and Wizard, and Jin's the Janitor. Queen finds a fedora, puts it on. Gonta suddenly yells out, Queen the Platypus! Chi-Chi, Sarah, and Hajime hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. They don't know what that means, and they get me a whole bunch of pancakes, and I give them entry into the World Pancake Championship match. Sharpshooting steel-minded Big Sister Sarah. Senor Hajime. and little Chi-Chi, who's finally gonna be at a major live event. Good luck to her. Iris rather uses Christmas night to change the month to December. Mukuro's unknown sponsor, Sayaka. Sayaka, why are you sponsoring all these people today? What's the dealio? You got some explaining to do. And of course, before our Clair de Lune, we hit a Clair de Lune. As we are gathered here to remember our dear comrade, in honor of his sacrifice, all events should halt for half a day, as the nation mourns his passing. Okay. I was gonna say I think that's enough, but we honestly could just keep it playing because we also lost these three. This continued Clair de Lune is also for Amber, Yunjin, still Rendo. But we only lost 3, so like, we can proceed. We got 36 left. We got 36 left. A little less than half, but still a pretty decent sized game. So, next round we'll see who's here, but like this round, we still got a ways to go. Team Monosuke still holding on to their final 3. Can they hold on to it until the very end? Let's find out. As night 3 begins, Hajime stays awake all night. Hooks finds an etch-a-sketch and shows Tengi the portrait made for him. Tengi loves it and kisses Hook on the forehead. Hugo's allergies keep him up all night. Gonta accidentally burns down Avi's wares and despairs. I let it slide because, well, I mean, it's Gonta, of course, he's not going to do that on purpose. Thinking quickly, Zhongli constructs a homemade gun using only a string, a squirrel, and a gun. Incredible. Romaz execute. Isamu dyes their green. Melody submits an application to join the squad. Monodam helps mail the application to me. I'm Avi. Iris introduces Monica and Sarah to her imaginary friend. There's nobody there. The doctor's gonna need a lot of therapy after this Hunger Games. Gin repeatedly stabs Monica to death with sighs. Violet chases Mika, Seiko, and Nagisa trying to enforce a curfew. Sayaka never wants to hear Megalovania ever again. Togami, Shiki, Mukuro, and Kizzy form a rock band. Not the band that I expected from these 3. Okay. Kurumi finds a special charm that allows her to transform into a magical girl. Now it's time to fight some evildoers, Katora. And the biggest of all Junkos, the rest of this event is now welcome to school environment. You thought it was Angie, but it was me, Dio. Azuru teaches Usami and Chi-Chi how to use ice magic. Well, one of them has a cryo vision, the other one knows how to use magic. This is a very ice magic team. Oh, good job, Azuru. Now feels herself developing a crush on Queen, and Jin wakes up Nagito. No, sorry, Jin wake up. Nagito doesn't like this. I think that might have been a mostly peaceful day. But I know Team Monosuke has just lost somebody. Not Fat Togami, regular Togami plants flowers around Monika's grave. Monica screams from behind him, "Hello, I'm still alive." Togami simply says, "For now." For now. Violet mails Avi some brand new socks. Hajime steps on a landmine. Yeah. Nagito tries to overthrow Avi, fails miserably but survives thanks to Isamu. The rating gun rates Shiki 57 points, not bad. Seiko dies from thirst. Jin makes a tier list of all the other tributes. Tengi is an S, Kurumi's an A, Nagisa's a C, Mukuro is an F rank, and Iris didn't even make the list. Hook sets off an explosive, killing Melody and Chi-Chi. Hook, you're making a lot of enemies today. Or maybe you just want to prove to everyone how much of a competitive soul that you are? My gosh. Monodam kills the doctor and revives him as an undead minion. Sarah's ready for the year. The Mika Queen breaks down and starts weeping for an unknown reason. Kizzy tries to console her. Sai gets a hold of my soundboard and plays a little something we all know and love this. How does Twitch AV do it? He goes on this side. Or something like that, and then he goes this, and then he does the Macarena. I think it says ha ha, hey, he does that or something. But Romaz has balloons. Fuyuko comes in. This is such a good song. Comes along and pops them. Angie catches Zhongli, crawled up her ball, rocking back and forth. Seems like he's lost. Usami performs the Nori tradition of making Azuri close 5 minutes after they meet. This seems lore accurate. Bullying a now, not cool again. A lot of bullying going on. Goodness gracious. First clean out Gin, and now Gonta is still alive. We did lose 7 this round, but sorry, I felt it in my soul, but these folks don't feel it in their soul because their souls have left their body. It's a Clair de Lune 4. Monica, Katora, Big Junko, Hajime, Seiko, Melody, Chi-Chi. Well, 29? Ballpark. We still have Hook, all of Magic and Science, and all of Waltz of the Roses. For Team Monotaro, we still have Jin, Mukuro, Fuyiko, and Gonta, and Isamu from Father Knows Just, Anything for Her, Yakuza 3, True Gentleman, and Close Inspection, respectively. Shiki is the sole person remaining for Team Monosuke. Gosh, they suck. Man. Team Monokid is down to Karumi for Dinner Party, Virtual Idols for Kazuna, Time and Space still has Dr. Taichi, Boy Sleepover still has Gin, Unfair Outcast still have Queen, and Forever Failure still has Tengi, Damnation still has, or Team Monodam rather has Damnation's Monodam, Swift Strikers for Sarah, the Professionals are completely unsurprisingly enough, just Monica has Monica, and Voiced and Vogue still has Mika, and lastly, there's just 3 remaining for Team Monokuma, Sayaka, Azuru, and Nagito from Spoken Word, Human Studies, and Where There's Smoke respectively. About 25 left, or I'm sorry, 29 left. Or exactly 29 left. I wasn't sure, I was ballparking because I forgot what it was before this. We proceed and we see. Night 4. Angie sings a romantic song to Tengi. When they lean in for a tender kiss, Angie notices Zhongli filming them, which makes Angie shout at Zhongli. Usami and Fuyiko take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis before going to sleep for the night. Roman stands over the dead body of Monodam that he just shot and says, I have nothing to do with that corpse. But you just, okay. Jin has the whole world in his hands. Nagito fires a truth bullet at the doctor. The doctor pulls out an Uno reverse card, causing the truth bullet to change directions, exposing Nagito's lies and piercing his heart. Violet and Azuru have a close-off. Violet wins. Kurumi finds a dark deva and befriends it. Kizzy has a fever dream. She wakes up to Kyoko standing over her. Monica and Iris walk underneath a mistletoe. Monica goes to kiss Iris but gets stabbed by Iris because nope, not interested, my gosh. Sayaka finds a dark deva as well and befriends it. Queen, Nagisa, Gin, and Gonta find a big red button. They all watch in order as Queen presses it. You've just doomed us all, they say, as a bomb actually comes down and kills all of them, including Sarah, who just happened to be standing too close to the explosion. Oh no! Now and Hook huddle together for warmth. It's a little awkward. Shiki wins an Adult's Choice Award. She isn't hunted down, and the end of Team Monosuke, gosh, they suck. And it's killed by the words of over being a filthy demon. Togami shoots an arrow at Mukuro, but it misses and kills Mika instead. And where in the world is Isamu? Do. That's the magic school bus. I need to stop doing that. We still have a day to get through too. And Sayaka steals my soundboard again, because apparently she wants it that way. Well, you know, Sayaka, I don't want it that way. Usami tries to sleep through the entire day, rather. Fuyiko holds Mukuro's head underwater. They both can't kill one another. I thought Mukuro would have the stark advantage, but Fuyiko, he held his ground. Kurumi is not funny, has never been funny, and never will be funny. Violet and Hook try to drown Iris, but she overpowers them and drowns them both instead. Iris, my gosh. And Roman sets Zhongli on fire with a Molotov. Now's unknown sponsor Sayaka. Evie's not gonna like that. You're dang right I don't. Tenki asks Kizzy rather if Kizzy likes boats. Leading to Kizzy going on a tirade of how much she loves boats. Tenki dies of boredom. Rest in peace. There is no Easter Bunny. There's no Tooth Fairy, and there's no Togami, Izuru, Isamu, and the doctor track down and chill with Angie, and Jin joins the balloon protection squad. We lost another 15. Man, that brings us down to like 14 or something. After this, Claire de Lune 4. Monodam, Nagito, Monica, Queen, Nagisa, Gin, Gonta, Sarah, Shiki, Mika, Violet, Hook, Zhongli, Tengi, Togami. See our body statuses. It seems like it's probably going to be feast time very soon, because there are indeed 14 left. Now I have to take a peek at what these scores might look like. And let's first look at the OCs that are left. I think it's just 3 OCs, correct? Yes, and it is either Isamu for Close Inspection or Waltz of the Roses. Both need a spot. Who's gonna get it? I'm not sure, but Waltz of the Roses and Usami are 3 remaining for Team Monophony. Team Monotaro still has Jin, Angie, and Now, and Mukuro, goodness gracious, as well as Isamu. Team Monosuke, we shouldn't be surprised. Team Monokid still has Kurumi and Kizzy and the Doctor, so they could sweep. Keep that in mind. Team Monodam, they ain't getting no points this episode, but Team Monokuma are down to just Sayaka and Azuru. That's 14. Goodness gracious, we'll see how it plays out. Likely gonna see the feast, likely going to get to your saving grace picks, but we have to proceed to get to either one. So let's proceed and let's find out just who remains. Night 5, Kizzy taints Usami's food, killing her. It is just down to the 2 OCs, Waltz of the Roses, for Team Monophony. Angie, question their sanity. Kurumi uses the Spirit of the Great Pumpkin to change the arena date to October. Romaz walks barefoot across the carpet of Legos, going against all logic and reasoning. He powers through the pain and reaches the other side. Sayaka receives spaghetti from an unknown sponsor. But I like spaghetti. Why couldn't you guys give me spaghetti? Mukuro starts a fire. Iris confesses her love for Azuru. Azuru lovingly embraces her, accepting a confession. Azuru. Oh! Isamu discovers the mastermind and is killed for it. The death is made to look like an accident. And just like that, Waltz of the Roses guarantee themselves a spot in that finale. Good on them. Fuyuko wants to speak with the manager of Avi's Wares and Despairs, now uses night vision goggles to navigate the arena, and Jin confesses this for the Doctor. The Doctor also lovingly embraces. It's just been a loving day, except for, you know, the tainting of the food and the mastermind discovery. Look, we don't talk about those 2 things. What we do talk about is the feast, because the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. After the shocking love confession and the acceptance, Iris then tracks down and kills her beloved. The drum! How could you? Mukuro, Sayaka, and Jin confront each other. They grab what they need and slowly avoid conflict. Kurumi discovered all the lore on Slugma Face. Her life is now complete. Kizzy severely injures the Doctor, leaves him there to die. Romaz decides not to go. Fuyuko decides not to attend the feast, and Angie destroys her own partner's memoirs out of spite. Oh my. More drama! We'll proceed though. And we see a Monokuma unit corners and mauls Mukuro. Classic Junko, she did this again. Iris sets up an ice cream shack rather. Kizzy comes and buys some. It was awful. Kizzy burns the shack and Iris. Goodness gracious. Now, beats Jin with a ladder. Angie steps on a Lego brick while barefoot, shrugs off the pain. Fuyuko puts cat ears on Kurumi. She's kinda cute. Romaz traps himself and is bleeding out, and Sayaka falls into a pit and dies. It is looking really good for Team Monokid again as we hit 8 cannon shots. We are down to just a few left, your final 6 after this. Final clarity in the episode 4. Usami, Isamu, Izuru, the Doctor, Mukuro, Iris, Romaz, Sayaka. 6 left, and I think half of them Team Monokid? No, they're not. 2 of them are. Just like that, that whole, goodness gracious, they just lost it all. Team Monophony, they had 3. Team Monotaro, it's Team Monotaro versus Team Monokid. And Team Monotaro has the advantage. But really, who has the advantage in these Hunger Games in the Dangan-lympics? Only Team Monokid, and we're about to see how that plays out as you make some new picks, because you might need some new picks. You might need some saving grace picks. Let me talk to you. You guys have a fantastic chance to get a fan vote today. First and foremost, we're gonna talk about who's gonna give you this fan vote potentially. Blank Canvas 1-2 competitors still in. They could get you guys a fan vote, right? Yes. No? Actually, hold on. They might not give you guys a fan vote. Did they win this season? No. Yes. Yes, they did. I'm tripping. Of course they won this season. They could get you guys a fan vote. They won to get those titles. Also potentially getting you guys a fan vote this season. The one and the only, look at them, the virtual idols. Could they sweep through? That is a, what, a three people? 3 out of 6? You guys, wait. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. You guys have a 50-50 shot at getting a fan vote right now. Although, the ones who wouldn't give you guys a fan vote would be Father Knows Jest, Jin, Yakuza 3's Fuyuhiko, and Dinner Parties, Kurumi. So make your picks first, second, and third. I will make mine as well. Right now, you do have one fan vote already on the bracket thanks to Human Studies. That is correct. However, you guys can get a second one. It's rare that we get 2 in tag team action. Could it happen this season? We'll find out. First and foremost, make your picks first, second, third. I will make mine as well. Make them in the comments for you. I'll make mine right here. Give me Yakuza 3's Fuyuhiko for first. Give me Kurumi Dinner Party for second. And I'm going to take Father Knows Jest for third. I'm taking the non-fan vote sweep. And I'll be frank, part of me believes that first and second are going to be Kurumi and Kizzy, but we'll see. We will see about that. Regardless, right now it's still your final 6. This isn't a championship episode, so I shouldn't hit that first. I should say these 6 are all standing tall, their hearts racing, beating, with the same pulse, the same determination, perhaps even the same fate as that of... There we go. A samurai woman. So, there was also apparently a delay with my old headset between it and the Stream Deck. Usually there was about like a half or one, like maybe even a 1 second or like a 0.75 second delay between pressing the button and actually the music starting to play. Now there's no delay at all, essentially, which kind of throws me. It's been throwing me off this entire episode. You're not gonna lie, but I get to like get back used to it. Final 6. Let's see how this plays out. We'll proceed, and let me double check it. Make sure I wasn't fooling around. It is indeed the final 6, and 4 of them are Team Monotaro. Will that last though? Kizzy, wake up! Fuyuhiko doesn't like this. Kurumi tries to sing herself to sleep. Now stands outside of Angie's camp. Angie gives now a king-size candy bar. Huh? No more spite. And Jin receives spaghetti from an unknown sponsor. Will proceed again. Kizzy's unknown sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends, now plays patty cake with Kurumi. We have a 4 champions in right now. Goodness gracious. Fuyuhiko search for all of the AV clones that he hasn't met yet. Jin spins so fast he becomes a human Beyblade, and go and start this Clear Day Loon early. We are gathered here today to remember our dear comrade, in honor of her sacrifice. All events should hold for half a day as the nation mourns her passing. That is one gone from Team Monotaro. And we don't really have to do anything right now because that was her Clear Day Loon. So, it's still Samurai Woman. No, it's not, actually. We had 6, didn't we? So now we're down to 5. And those 5, Jin, Fuyuhiko now, for Team Monotaro. Kurumi and Kizzy, for Team Monokid, are all kind of what we like to call within our final 5, our full set of final 5. A crisis of fate. I'm getting used to it. Usually I would press that like a second or 2 early, and then it would come on for me, but like there's no delay now, and I really gotta get used to it. I really gotta get used to that, oh my gosh. We'll proceed, and we will see our final 5 C's. Kizzy was too cute for this world and ascended to a different plane of existence, and now it is just Kurumi left. But she will earn points for Team Team Monokid. Apartment complex? Really? Fuyuhiko finds it quite simple. Now, and Kurumi discusses that that big stone rather is a rock or a boulder. Jin somehow magically teleports himself to the elusive 13th month, D-September. This ends up being the end of them as the gods do not recognize D-September is real. We are now down to Fuyuhiko, now, and Kurumi. Now is the only one who can get you guys a fan vote right now, a second one at that. Let's see if it happens. Proceed. Will it be over when we click next round? It will not. But it will be down to just 2 between now and Fuyuhiko. Is now completely freaks out upon seeing a painting of dogs playing poker. Fuyuhiko rates the I'm sorry, the rating gun rates Fuyiko 92 points. Not bad, my guy. And Kurumi gets drenched in honey. Unfortunately, she is allergic and she does die. Now, it's now versus Fuyiko. And this is big points for Team Monotaro. They're both from Team Monotaro. Good for them, first and foremost. Stopping too many points from going to Team Monokid, but is there going to be our first arena event of the day? And is it going to end right here, right now? It does not. Instead, it's a terrible turnabout for Kizzy, Jin, Kurumi. Now, I want to see everybody's statuses just real quick. This is interesting. Because I think the best thing right now is for Team Monotaro to get a tie. That would be the best thing for their team. Will it happen? I kind of doubt it. But instead of what, 25 and 15, it would instead be 25 and 25. They would secure 50 points in a single episode. Will that happen? I don't know. I can't ask you guys will, though. I have to ask you who. Will it be? Now, Fuyiko. Fuyiko has not picked up a victory this season. And he could do it for Yakuza 3, who did pick up their first victory last season. I think it might have been their first time teaming up last season. Are they going to go 2 for 2 in seasons with victories? Or will it be now who's really found her stride in tag team action? She could be some sort of tag team Hall of Famer in the future, and I'll be frank, she's been with Angie, and now they're the first ever non-OCs to hold those OC tag team titles. Will she win again? We'll have to wait. We'll have to see, but we won't have to wait too much longer because right now it is between now. It is between Fuyiko. It is between Fuyiko and now. Both or neither. No titles on the line, but gold medals are in between. Blank canvas, Yakuza 3. The story ends with now finding a dark Davy in the arena as they befriended so many this episode. This time they weren't so friendly. It attacks not only our OC Tag Team Champion, but our AWE Tables Champion. Bites her straight to the heart, killing her. They will not be sharing big points, but they do earn points for their team, which means one more again for another season in a row. Your winners. Or I guess you're a winner, but still the team is the win. Look, do the thing. Did not pick up a big victory last week in the AWE, but did wrap back around this week after a strong showing. Perhaps that experience gave this man's what he needed, our babyface gangster, just what he needed to pull off this big victory for Yakuza 3. Fuyiko takes the win. Congratulations, Fuyiko. Congratulations to all of Yakuza 3. They made it and they are going on, and let me make sure that, yes, okay. They are going on to fight for what's right, and fighting for what's right is fighting for the championships at the end of the season. We'll proceed one more again. Team Monotaro did not sweep. They were dang close, though. If Jin had lasted one more spot, they would have swept. We haven't seen a sweep all season. We might not see one, but today, Fuyiko, now they earn big points, 40 points in total for Team Monotaro, which is enough to shoot them into second, but just barely. It's really a one episode gap between 4 teams right now, and I think the battle for second is so tense, and we'll look at it in a second. We'll see. Kurumi in third place did earn 10 points for Team Monokid though, so let's go ahead first and bring up your brackets. In 9th and 10th place, your strongest placing OCs, Waltz of the Roses, will go on to that OC Tag Team Finale. They have secured their spot. And now, we go on to see Fuyiko and Yakuza 3. Moma and EY. They also joined their tag team bracket, but more importantly, peek this. Your scoreboard. Team Monokuma, no points this episode, still stays at 165, respectable, but right now it's third because up in the ante is Team Monotaro. They earned 40 points actually, not 40, I was gonna say 45, no, they earned 40 points, jumping them all the way to 185. Just 20 points above Team Monokuma. So it is so close. So close. Team Inofani really right behind there, 140, and right in front of them at the very end we see Team Monodam at 145, so that's what is so interesting. Second place right now, it's really a big battle between Team Monokuma, Team Monotaro, Team Inofani, Team Monodam. And I won't say that Team Monosuke secured last place, because once again, if they do the opposite of what they did this time and failed miserably at becoming the first team out, if they somehow pull off a sweep in any of these episodes, they are right in that shuffle. They are right in that shuffle. Even if they pull off like one first place, if they first place out for the rest of the season, they might catch up and they might be able to pull off a second place victory. But the big thing is here, if they sweep for an episode, that really changes things. That really changes things, because then they're right back in there, they're right back in that competition. But they need some points because this season is slowly but surely coming to a close. And of course, Team Monokid, they're still dominating. They got 190. They got 10 more points this episode. It looks like they're going to break 300. It looks like they're going to be the dominant force to deal with. It looks like they're going to be the ones. I don't see anybody else coming back unless they, like, other people just, like, start sweeping for the rest of the season and Team Monokid earns no more points and some other team is just like, oh yeah, we're closing out strong. It's possible, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Next time, it's going to be a good time, but let's go through the rest of the things for this time. Jin in 4th, Kizzy 5th, Angie 6th. Look at all the gold in the top, what, 6? Now, Karumi, Kizzy, and Angie in the top 6. 3 of the 4 tag team champions that were in this episode, and our co-champion for singles action, all in that top 6. Nutty stuff. Sayaka in 7th, Romaz and Iris in 8th back-to-back. 9th, yes, 8th and 9th, right. And Mukuro, your top 10. We'll scroll down to see a slow scroll for everybody else, just a little bit. Oh, right there, look at them. Oh, look at them right there. Oh, look at that. That's them right there. You love to see it. We'll proceed in this game of 76. Poor Mind Over Magic as we proceed. They were out early. Early. But Fuyuhiko was the one who stood tall at the end because now it's like, maybe I should get an ally. It did not help her. In fact, it hindered her. In fact, it killed her. Proceed one more again. We see Yakuza 3 taking that big victory, Blink Canvas in 2nd, and Dinner Party in 3rd place. That's your top 3. Queen had the most KOs with 6, Kizzy with 5, Iris and Romaz both had 4. Both a part of the same team. They really worked together. They really did. Iris also turned a little bit heel on Azuru, but we don't like to talk about that. Hook was a menace, had 3 KOs. Now was a menace, had 3 as well. Togami was a menace, had 3 as well. Everyone else had 2 or less, and that is the story of this game. We'll go back to the reaping. Congratulations once again to, especially Team Monotaro in general. They had a good episode, they stole 2nd place, and most importantly, they stopped Team Monokid for earning more points than they did this episode. Hats off to them. Even if you're not rooting for Team Monotaro, you're probably, if you're not on Team Monokid, rooting against Team Monokid. Because, man, they have had a highly decorated season. Their captain won the singles champion very briefly, but still won it. They are now holders of both 2 co-champions for singles action, and they have it for tag team action. Ridiculous. And it's not the only title they've held this season. It's crazy. They've been going nuts this season. We have to acknowledge them at the end of the season. They had a show-stopping season. But it ain't over yet. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see where the numbers lie at the end of the season. But for right now, until Friday V does things tomorrow, and until, I guess, Fracture tomorrow too for Wednesday V, toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thank you for watching.